Welcome back to every holiday special reviewed on the Roundtable. I'm Ostrich Vox, and today we're going to take a look at Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, A Lost Clause. Growing up, this was always one of my favorite holiday specials of the 2005 Cartoon Network era. You know what I'm talking about, the era that still had our favorites like Etta and Nettie and the Powerpuff Girls, but had Camp Lazlo, My Gym Partner's a Monkey, Codename Kids Next Door, and just so much goodness, I could just shed a tear. But rewatching this special, I somehow enjoyed it even more than I did as a kid. Not only was the writing of the characters in the show proper a huge highlight in this special, they definitely used it to their strengths, but it's full of solid good jokes, a very good message, and plays pretty well with the lore of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. In fact, right at the gate, Mac is visiting Blue at Foster's. It's Christmas Eve, and everyone's excited for Santa!
Remember all the stuff you got from him last year? Now he'll bring all your presents to Foster's.
Well, speaking of the devil, Santa Claus enters Foster's at that very moment. Wow, we're only like 2 minutes into the special, what? Mac and Blue are completely smitten. They're telling Santa what they want for Christmas, it's all good, and then...
Hey! Don't listen to that imposter, boys! Tell me what you want for Christmas!
Another Santa Claus comes in, and then another, and another. Yeah, you get the idea. It turns out none of these bums are the real Santa Claus. They're all imaginary friends made by kids who are just really excited for Christmas.
Kids get so excited about Christmas, tons of these guys get imagined. Happens every year.
Hello? Are we now gonna talk about how mind-blowing this is? Of course, in the world of Foster's, where kids can just think and suddenly they have given birth to sentient life, then there would be hundreds, if not thousands of Santa Claus made each year just roaming among the earth. Like, this makes me wonder, in a world where Santa Claus does exist, if he's surrounded by so many Santas, wouldn't he begin to wonder, is he even the real Santa, or is he just an imaginary friend? Why wasn't this a plot to the special, am I right? But pretty early on, they established the two conflicts of the special. Because of all these imaginary Santas, Mac ends up discovering the hard truth that there is no Santa Claus. Something that's a huge punch in the gut when you're a kid. And if any kids are listening right now, of course Santa's real. What am I talking about?
There's no Santa. No Santa. It means that everything in the world is a lie.
For this special to tackle this topic at such a young age, if I didn't already know Santa Claus wasn't real, I would have been furious. What is this show talking about? Santa isn't real. Meet me in the parking lot, Craig McCracken. And meanwhile, Blue's upset because he's only getting one present for Christmas. I mean, Wilt tries to explain that because there's so many imaginary friends in the house, Foster does not have the budget for everybody to get more than one gift. And this is an example of what I mean, of using the characters who they are and using it to their advantage.
You can't be serious. Just one? Isn't that like against the law or something?
We all know Blue is a selfish head. Of course he's the type to get frustrated over having one gift. When he lived with Mac, he probably got multiple gifts, or better yet, any gift Mac got, Blue got. I mean, considering how adamant Mac's mom was about getting rid of Blue in the series premiere, it was probably the latter. So while Mac struggles with his religious beliefs, more on that later, Blue comes up with a scheme to squeeze more gifts out of Mr. Harriman.
It was about this old dude who was like all rich, and this really poor family dressed up as ghosts and scared him into giving them a really big goose.
And honestly, I love his plan. Blue dresses up as a ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. My favorite role to find it out is Bob Marley. Like, as a kid, I didn't even know who Bob Marley really was, but I was like, ha! It's a reference. He's doing a voice. It's funny, but no. The actual joke of Mr. Harriman knowing someone as Jacob Marley and Blue going with Bob Marley is hilarious in its own right.
Bob Marley!
Wait, don't you mean Jacob Marley?
Never mind.
Blue is the type of character to hear Marley and think of Bob Marley. Forget the guy's actual name. I mean, Bob, Jacob, they both end in OB. It's fine, it's casual, it's chill. But both Blue and Mr. Harriman misinterpret each other's words. Blue doesn't want just one single present, which Mr. Harriman believes that in order to save Christmas, there must be no Christmas. And yeah, Christmas is canceled. Also, there's this hilarious subplot of Eduardo being stuck in the chimney, and Blue also sends Wilt off in a sleigh of unicorns instead of Santa's reindeer. We don't see much of either, but I'm glad they're there.
Blue, I cannot hear you. I am asleep. I am having visions of a sugar plum.
Meanwhile, Mac is pondering the existence of Santa, and seriously, it sounds like he's trying to debate if God is real or not. I mean, listen to this.
Santa, I really want to believe you're out there. It's just that none of the evidence adds up. But I know that doesn't have to mean you're not there. I just need a sign.
That is like textbook 101 of someone who does not know if God's real or not. In order for Mac to prove to himself Santa is real, he asks Santa for one last thing: underwear. But he doesn't write a list to Santa, he kind of just thinks it out loud. So is a theoretical Santa in the world of Foster's just omnipotent, omnipresent? Like, is he just everywhere at once? Can he hear our thoughts? Is he watching you? Is he watching me? Do I need to put tape on my webcam? Like, what's going on, Santa? Mac opens his presents. We get a nod to Powerpuff Girls, the art of Powerpuff. Even as a kid, I knew that's what it was saying. You can kind of make out a G, so yeah, the art of Powerpuff Girls is probably like an art book or something. When I was little, I thought Mac got like a book on how to be a Powerpuff Girl. I thought we were gonna see him like whoop some in a special. No, I didn't. And in an incredible contrast to Blue, who was only guaranteed one present when he wanted a bunch, Mac has a lot of presents, a lot of cool and nifty things, but since none of them are underwear, he's distressed with each amazing gift he opens. He gets down to his final present. It's in the shape of underwear, and it's two like Nerf gun pistols, but they shoot like golf balls or something. This toy always confused me when I was a kid. What is this? Someone in the comments hasn't seen something like this in real life. What? But just the design and baiting us to believe it is a pair of underwear was very smart. It always makes me laugh. Especially since Terrence just begins to unload around on Mac.
Sorry.
And everything's going wrong. Everyone's lost their Christmas spirit. It's looking bad until Mac gets to Foster's. Christmas was not only saved, but everyone got their gifts. Eduardo is free from the chimney. Will is somehow miraculously back at Foster's. Blue gets coal. Frankie, like any rational woman, files a break-in. But Mac also gets a pair of underwear. Christmas is saved. Santa Claus is real. Santa Claus is real. Or is he? Nowhere in this special do we ever see those imaginary Santas again. Who's to say one of those Santas, who apparently is also capable of hearing the thoughts of children, broke out of his room, sprung into action, saved Christmas at Foster's, and everyone was none the wiser. Because he was in Foster's, he was aware of little old Beauregard's plan, ready to undermine it just like that. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Overall, the writing of this special is what makes it so great. So many gags and jokes. I like the contrast between Blue and Mac's plots and how they nicely come together. And I like that while Blue is selfish here, it's actually kind of understandable for once. Blue, for all intents and purposes, is a kid. What kid only wants one gift for Christmas? No, don't get me wrong. We just did a charity stream for Toys for Tots. Obviously, there are kids out there who will be grateful for just one present. But assuming you're in like the middle or upper class, your family's financially stable, and you've been getting a plethora of gifts each year since you've been born, I can see why a kid would be upset over getting one gift. It's because Blue doesn't appreciate the single gift and go out of his way to lie and manipulate to Harriman does he get his comeuppance, and why his comeuppance feels well-deserved, without making Blue feel annoying or flanderized. I would say this special mostly impacts the younger viewers of Foster's, aka my age, 8 years old when it came out at the time, but it's a special with morals that you can appreciate more now. When you're little, you don't really think too much about it, yet it manages to leave an impact on you. When you're older, you get it. You get both stories 100%. I'm really glad we had this special when I was a kid, and 13 years later, I'm glad I have it now. Definitely an amazing Christmas special. But what do you guys think? Have you seen this special? What was your favorite part? Again, me, Bob Marley, all the way. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or between Really Timmy at AwestruckVox, or at Roundtable Vids. We're also on Instagram. If you went out with Roundtable Grow, you can either become a member of this channel or support us on Patreon. Get access to exclusive perks. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to stay in the loop with all things animation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AwestruckVox, signing out.